Hi, I'm Denis McCaul from Go Online Web Design. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to run through one of the websites from our portfolio, a website for a company called Bootcamp Ireland. On the page here, what you'll see is that we have run through their case study in some detail, where we detailed the client, the brief that we came up with after various discussions and meetings with them, and our solution in terms of how we wanted the client's goals and their customers' goals to be realized together in terms of a website. This is the screenshot here of the website on desktop with mobile design, and on this page here you'll see various aspects of the site and including various screenshots. But why we want to make the video is to give you some background in terms of why the project was undertaken in the first place, and why the design is done in the certain way that it is. There's a reason for all the information architecture, which is how we lay out what goes on what page, and we also run through a typical customer funnel, whereby if you've got somebody who's interested in buying anything, there are various stages that the customer goes through, and what we try to do is we build a website and design it so that it satisfies each stage of this funnel, so the maximum number of people that enter the top of the funnel will come out the bottom of the funnel in terms of a purchase, and we'll minimize the number of people that drop out along the way. So let's take a quick look at Bootcamp Ireland. Bootcamp Ireland are an outdoor fitness bootcamp company, so if you were looking to tone up or lose weight or get fit and you didn't want to typically go to your gym, because you may not be a gym type person and you're looking for an alternative, then Bootcamp Ireland is something that you would consider. They operate in the parks in Dublin during the winter, and on some astro surfaces and things during the winter. So sorry, the parks during the summer and astros during the winter. So in terms of the client, the client lead was Lorraine Ho. She is the managing director of Bootcamp Ireland. And what they were looking to do was to build a new website. They had one already. The issue with it was that it was difficult to update on the technology and software that it was built on. Some of the functionality wasn't working anymore, such as timetables and maps, etc. So what they wanted to do was something to reflect their position in the market as number one or whatever, but to give an overall much better idea of the experience to people. Their clients are typically between 20 and 35 years old. So they're very computer savvy, smartphones, tablets, and online is where a lot of customer purchases will begin, where they're looking for information or to get more images and videos about the classes. So website to reflect company number one position, the user-friendly online experience that converts visitors into sign-ups. Segment their client type because they have more than one offering in Bootcamp. So what we did was an information architecture document to ensure that it was as easy as possible for the different types of clients to get the information that they were looking for, to identify common potential customer and member queries and to provide that information online. There's nothing worse than going to any website, having some questions in mind and you just can't find the answers to them. An interactive class timetable so that people could see when the classes are on, but also for their existing members to check where they can go on various days. Embed rich visual content and video content, so images and video files from YouTube to reflect the high quality offering that they've got. So let's take a look at the the site itself. This was the finished product that we put together. Immediately what you get is a large image of people training outdoors, and you're encouraged here to click a video. They've had a lot of press and media around Bootcamp Ireland over the years. One of them was Donal Skehan from the popular RTV show, where he does various cooking demonstrations and things like that. Donal attended one of the classes, and when you click on the video here, you'll see his experience when he came along.
Of all fitness levels, and even though I'm struggling, I don't feel so bad. And we're on again. I'm hoping I'm looking the part.
If you have rich quality footage like this, it's really important to take advantage of it and display it, because it very much reinforces the quality of the classes and just makes it much easier to make a buying decision. When we talked about they had different types of clients in Bootcamp Ireland, they have clients who are looking to go to a typical bootcamp session. They are clients who are stuck for time and want maybe a hit session, which is in half the time they're about 30-minute sessions, whereas a bootcamp session would be typically 60 minutes. You could be somebody who's just had a baby and mummy bootcamp is what you're interested in. Maybe I think around about 9 to 11 weeks after you've had your baby, you'd start attending these classes. Then you have the whole corporate side of the offering, so they'll come to your business and they will do corporate team building days or fitness classes on site. Schools, fitness instructors, so they'll visit a school and do tailor-made classes for schools, and also event hire. So if you're running a race in the Phoenix Park and you're going to have X number of participants, they can send a trainer along and set up a stand and do the warm up and cool downs for you then after that per se or whatever. So what we're really doing here is we're segmenting the customer base. So STP is a marketing term that we talk about for segmentation, targeting and positioning. So how are you going to segment your customer base? You split them into different groups. How are you going to target your offering towards them, and then position yourself as somebody who can meet their needs that they're looking to solve various problems that they've got. Further down the homepage here, we've got the next classes calendar, and this is an interactive one. When you click any day of the week, what it does is it will change. And if you want more information on Mummy Bootcamp in Deer Park, you just click on this here and it will bring up some more for you. Underneath that then is a call to action, and then button here where you can meet more about the instructors, sign up to our monthly newsletter and our latest news blog with the social media links on the bottom of the page here. So when I talk about segmentation of information, you want to join a bootcamp and you're somebody who's going to have a certain amount of questions in your head in relation to it. If we look like a typical sales funnel for anybody who's going to buy anything big, small, so it always starts with awareness. So they need to know you exist, or they can never know that they're going to want to purchase something from you or the product that you've got. So awareness could come from, they could be walking through a park and they would have seen your training class there, but it could also take place online where they type in a related search term into Google and you want your website to pop up then. Interest is where they will consider to themselves whether I would be interested in doing this, is it for me or whatever. And then when consideration comes into play, they would have questions like, is there one nearby? How much does it cost? What typically do the exercises involve? What times are they on? How many times a week? And these are the questions that you want to answer on your site. The more questions you can answer on your website, the shorter the sales process will become. And oftentimes your competitors aren't marketing and answering those questions for those people. So you want to be the person that leaves them in no doubt as to what they want. Intent then is when they decide, okay, I'm going to do this, and they're going to get to the stage where they're going to start the evaluation process between you and your competitors or a gym as to who's going to meet my needs and which one I'm going to select, and then purchase. You want to make this as simple as possible for them to know how to sign up and how to carry on through this. So you're somebody who's interested in bootcamp training, you arrive here and you click on this and you'll get a video that shows people actually at the training itself. This was another RTE production and that video comes from. And what we've got here is we're showing you the information that's available to you on this page. So we're covering everything that you possibly need to know. On the old bootcamp website, if you wanted venues and classes information, you had to go to one page. If you wanted to know how much the class was going to be and membership, that was on another page. If you wanted to see testimonials from people, there was a separate testimonials page. And all these pages contained information for different types of customers. So all the venues and classes for different types of customers were all contained on one page. And it could be slightly confusing. You are only interested in what you're interested in. So these pages here only provide information for people related to this specific service. So if you're interested in bootcamp training, it's all here for you. The first thing you want to start with is benefits of why somebody would want to do this, like the old adage, what's in it for me? Feel good, have fun, more energy, lose weight, tone body, fast results, get fit and improve health and things. The next thing you're going to usually want to know is there one close by? Because if there isn't, then there's no point in me continuing on with this information. So the first thing I want to know is where they're on. So here we're talking about the various venues, an image beside each one, when they're on, what times, where they meet up, and a call to action with a sign up now beside each of these, which will bring you to a separate service. The timetable then We'll run through each of the locations on days, because some people go, okay, I can train on Mondays and Wednesdays, and if I can do so, where exactly are they on? Or I can train on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and visually here you get an immediate site in relation to where it is. There's a call to action button underneath that then, and then we're straight on to membership and pricing. It goes by 6 weeks or 24 weeks or 3 months, and the various options are here with call to action buttons. And then there are special offers and discounts. If you click on the extra week, what you get is a pop-up here that runs through that sort of information. And then really importantly is social proof. We always ask our friends for recommendations, or who do they use. And what you want to see here then is other people who've already been there, and you're showing the benefits that they're receiving. This brings up a pop-up video where you'll get a quick testimonial from one of the current participants.
Hi, I'm Dara. I'm new to bootcamp. I got a gift of some gift vouchers about 3 weeks ago. I started coming, I was new to it, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a great variety, new different sessions every night, different trainers, and a great way of meeting new people.
So different people will have different reasons why they want to attend bootcamp. What we've tried to do is to give a typical cross section of men and women who are attending, but also the different reasons for why they would attend. Everybody will have a bunch of questions then. How long does the class last for? What is bootcamp? How fit do I need to be to join? And the more information you can provide for somebody on the spot, the less reasons you have for them to not go ahead with the purchase straight away. So what you're trying to do is to reinforce everything that they would want to know. Here we have then an image gallery, and it toggles through what a typical class looks like, the different types of exercises that are going on, the different types of people that you will find at the classes, and most people are looking to recognize somebody who's quite like themselves, and to see the variety, and I suppose just a really feel good factor of training outdoors. The other images and pages that we've got here cover for the other sections: Mummy Bootcamp, 30-minute HIIT sessions, corporate fitness, schools and colleges and your events. There's a blog where they're going to talk about the latest information that's available, their summer timetable, different events that they go to as a group, gallery, so there are photos, galleries where people can see that there's more to bootcamp than just attending the classes. There are surf trips, there are spring series of challenges, they attend a Great Ireland Run, and they can see that I suppose a lot of it is about team building and making new friends, and a social aspect to the business as well. And the About page here, you find out a little bit more about Bootcamp Ireland themselves and their founder, and a lot of press clippings, which reinforces to you that this is a well-established company, they're reputable, so much so the quality of their training has been featured in multiple national magazines. And then a contact page. Once you click a login or a join button up on top, then what it'll do is it'll bring you straight to a joining area. So I hope what this video has done is given you a little bit more information as to why we design things in the way we do, and the logic of how we're trying to marry the goals of the person who owns the business with the goals of their customers. Because when you can truly understand your customer and you can supply all the information that they need, then you have a much greater chance ahead of your competitors of making a sale. And this is the importance of getting all that information out there on your website, and having a quality website will lead to greater sales, and it will cut down on customer queries and make you managing your business much easier. If you'd like to talk to us about your own project, you can go to our contact page on our website or whatever, and we look forward to talking to you then. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I'm Denis McCaul from Go Online Web Design, and we'll see you in the next case study.